Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare and Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Let's say Haribol for Meenakshi, Sensita, and Ria. Haribol! Haribol! So in our congregation, there is only one kid, Meenakshi. If you don't ask her to stop, she can sing for 2 hours, 3 hours. Let's clap for her. Haribol! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I was expecting that today we will have less crowd, being long weekend, but still we have average crowd here today. Many of them are out of town for long weekends. So thank you for coming. Being a long weekend, you all are here. So I would like to thank you from ISKCON Cincinnati to all of you for joining us this evening. So I will just quickly introduce His Grace Deena Bandhu Prabhu, who is coming to US from Vrindavan. He is a Brajvasi. Let's say Haribol! So His Grace Deena Bandhu Prabhu is born in Los Angeles, California in USA, and he joined Krishna Consciousness movement in Colorado in 1969. He first met Srila Prabhupada in 1970 in Los Angeles, where he got initiated. He opened the first temple in Dallas, Texas. He was the president of Portland Temple from 1972 to 1978. 1980, he moved to Colombia and he preached Spanish. 1984, he moved to Vrindavan. 1986, he was appointed the president of KB Temple for Krishna Balram Temple for 3 years and 3 months. Around 1988, Baba Madhav Das approached him to take over the restoration project of Vrinda Kunda. He started taking people out on parikrama since he was president. In 2003, a beautiful carved stone temple of Srimati Vrinda Devi was inaugurated in Vrinda Kunda, which Deena Bandhu Prabhu maintained for 30 years. Among various other significant projects in Vrindavan, Deena Bandhu Prabhu has helped in restoring the Samadhi Mandir of the great saint Srila Sanatan Goswami. He has also been an active supporter to restore the sacred river Yamuna in Vrindavan. Whoever he come across, he humbly invites them to come to Vrindavan and have darshan of all the holy places. So let's welcome His Grace Deena Bandhu Prabhu by chanting Hari Bol 3 times. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. After seeing Deena Bandhu Prabhu, one thought came to my mind. We were in India basically. Just to earn money, we came here in US, right? Now we are thinking, in old age, we will go to Vrindavan, right? But Prabhuji, he was in Vrindavan when he was young, almost, right? He was in Vrindavan. Now at old age, he is coming to US to preach all of us. Hari Okay, any Dhruva kids classes, if you want to attend, please, all the kids can be here, because Deena Bandhu Prabhu is known for Krishna Katha, like he will take you to Vrindavan. Trust me, he will take you to Vrindavan. You have to hear attentively and you will feel the presence of Vrindavan here itself. So all the kids, please be quiet here and sit nicely, and everybody can put their phone on silent so that there is no disturbance, including me. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we're very honored and very pleased. This is our very first time in Cincinnati, Ohio. We've never been here. I think maybe we might have driven through Ohio, but I've never been here in Ohio. So we're very honored and very pleased to be here at the lotus feet of these beautiful, ecstatic deities of Nitai Gaurachand, and to be here at the lotus feet of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and to be here with all the wonderful devotees of Cincinnati Yatra. So, as Prabhuji said, tonight we're going to take you to Vrindavan without ticket, without visa, no security check. And just to put us in Braj mood, we have a very beautiful song, because I see these deities of Nitai Gaurachan, very, very beautiful. They have one hand reaching up to Golok. Because we hear in that one beautiful song, I think it's Lochan Das Thakur's song, that Golokera Prema Dana Harinama Sankirtana. So they're bringing the Harinam from Golok. And other hand is like this, they're distributing that Harinam to everyone. Or we could take it, they're saying, what are you doing out there in that material? Come. Come here. What are you doing out there? So we have a beautiful song about Lord Chaitanya. Now, because we're Gaudiya Sampradaya, 80% of our bhajans are all in Bengali, especially if it's about Lord Chaitanya. But this song is about Lord Chaitanya, but it's not in Bengali. It's really not even in Hindi, it's in Brij Bhasa, language of Braj. So if you have your devices, as Prabhuji said, you have to put them on silent, because these babies have a habit of crying in the middle of the lecture. And you can look up Sundara Lala. Okay, great. In some songbooks it's Sundara Bala, but I learned from Bhakti Charu Maharaj Sundara Lala. And in my songbook, Sundara Lala. So anyway, it's very simple. So while they try to hook up here, we'll start. We have Mridangawala. Who's our Mridangawala? And somebody's playing Kartals? Okay. Sundara Lala Sachidu Lala Nachata Sri Hari Kirtana Me Bolo Sundara Lala Sachidu Lala Nachata Sri Hari Kirtana Me Balle Chandana Tilaka Manohara Alaka Shobe Kapolana Me Balle Bolo Sundara Lala Sachidu Lala Nachata Sri Hari Kirtana Me Bolo Sundara Lala Sachidu Lala Nachata Sri Hari Kirtana Me Shire Juda Darashani Rale Vanapula Mala Hiya Pardole Shire Juda Darashani Rale Vanapula Mala Hiya Pardole Pairna Pita Patambara Shobe Nupura Runu Junu Charananame Paihirna pita patamara shobhe, Nupura runu junu charananame, Bolo sundara lala sachidu lala, Nachata Sri Hari Kirtaname. Bolo sundara lala sachidu lala, Nachata Sri Hari Kirtaname. Radha Krishna ekatanu hai, niruvana maje bansi bajave. Radha Krishna ekatanu hai, niruvana maje bansi bajave. Visvarupa ki Prabhu ji sahi, avat prakata hai nariya mein. Bolo sundara lala sachidu lala, Tachata Sri Hari Kirtaname. Bolo sundara lala sachidu lala, Tachata Sri Hari Kirtaname. कोई गावत है राधा कृष्ण नाम, कोई गावत है हरि गुणगान. मृदंग ताला मधुरा रसाला, बजाता है कोई रंगन में. मृदंग ताला मधुरा रसाला, बजाता है कोई रंगन. बोलो सुंदर लाला सचिरु लाला, नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में. बोलो नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में. बोलो नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में. बोलो श्री सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि Sundar Lala, Sachidu Lala, Nachata Sri Hari Kirtan. When Lord Chaitanya appeared 500 years ago, he was very beautiful. Sundar. But like our deities in Vrindavan are known as Sham Sundar, he was not Sham Sundar, he was Gaur Sundar. Sundara Lala. In Braj, when we want to call a little boy, then we say, "Oh Lala, Ajala, come here Lala." If we want to call a little girl, then we say, "Oh Lali, come here Lali, Aja Lali." So he was a very, very beautiful boy. And whose boy was he? Sachi's boy. So, Sundar Lala, Sachidu Lala, just like we call Brajananandan Sham Sundar as Yasodanandan or Yasoda Dulala, Nimai Pandit we call Sachi Dulala. Sundar Lala, Sachi Dulala, Nachata. Just like we know Lord Shiva, he's known as Nataraj, the king of dance. But this is a Sanskrit word, nat, very harsh. Our Brijbhasa language is very soft and sweet, so we say Nachata. So, and dancing. So where was he dancing? In the Hilton Hotel? In the disco dance club? And what do you call it? Hard rock and roll, something like that? Hard rock cafe or something? Nachata Sri Hari Kirtan. He was always dancing in Sri Hari Kirtan. Because Hari Kirtan is the recommended process of self-realization in this dark age of Kali, singing very loudly and very happily, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And it's not that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invented some new process. This was according to Shastra. Because we have to follow the orders of Shastra. Whatever is beyond our senses to perceive, we can learn from Shastra. Shastra comes from the word shashan, to guide. So Shastra is there to guide us back to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So we find one very beautiful verse in Naradiya Purana. All the devotees know by heart. Even in their sleep they can chant this verse. Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama eva kevalam, Kalu nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyata. 3 times, Harir Nam, Harir Nam, Harir Nam. Just to give emphasis. Prabhupada explains that when there's repetition, it means to emphasize. A little tiny word is there, Kalua. Then 3 times, Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva. No other process, no other way, no other way. Then somebody will say, this is very narrow-minded. No other way. But, just like if you're sick, do you go to the pharmacy? Do you go to the CVS pharmacy and give me some medicine, I'm sick? What medicine you want? Oh, they're all good medicines, give me some medicine, I'm sick. Do we do like that? No, this is not very intelligent. First we go to the doctor, we find out what disease we're suffering from, then he gives a prescription that this is the medicine that's adequate for your disease. Just like the children, they really don't like medicine. Huh? You like medicine? No. So what do? They put sugar over it, or they put sugar inside it. Now suppose I'm suffering from diabetes. So that medicine will be poison for me. It's a good medicine, recommended by doctors, approved by the government, but for me it will be poison. So we have to take the medicine according to the prescription of the doctor. So this little tiny word is there, kalua. There's so many processes, dhyan, gyan, karma, so many wonderful processes there in the Vedas, but it is saying, kalua, in this Kali Yuga, this is the most effective means. So this is not narrow-minded, this is his intelligence. So Lord Chaitanya came to give us this holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Swaparandikam. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktarinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Panchakalpatrubhyascha kripasindubhaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So I just remembering very interesting pastime of Srila Prabhupada. Because we were just at 26 Second Avenue last month, and they just remodeled it to exactly the way it was when Prabhupada was there. We happened, just by accident, we didn't plan it. We were there by the day that they were inaugurating the opening of 26 Second Avenue after it was remodeled. So we heard how one gentleman came and he wanted to make a record of the Hare Krishna mantra. And Prabhupada wasn't very interested. Anyway, somehow or other they happened to ask him, can Prabhupada speak? He was more interested in speaking, preaching. And he said, of course, it's his record, he can do whatever he wants, you know. So we have that Happening album came out on the label Happening. And we can hear Prabhupada saying, you know, the materialistic demeanor cannot possibly stretch to the, well, that's probably the Govinda pairs. What is it? That even this Chaitanya is so simple, even a child can take part, even a dog can take part in this chanting. Prabhupada gave that lecture on one side. So suddenly they made this record and they began to make publicity, and suddenly orders started flowing in. Even George Harrison ordered about 300 copies of it. And then one day one order came. The outside of the envelope was Macmillan Publishing Company. The letter was written on their stationery. And the guy wanted a copy of the record. But somehow Brahmananda was inspired to let me take this letter to Prabhupada. It wasn't from any official from Macmillan, but it was written on their stationery. And Prabhupada said, don't send it to him, you go there personally, give it. He said, why? He said, you just go and see what Krishna has planned. He said, okay. So he went down to Macmillan's office, and the guy was just a little clerk there in some little cubicle in the big office, and he had just had he was an accountant or some sort of clerk, no important position. And so he was sitting and talking with Brahmananda, and Brahmananda shaved head in the Sikha, which was quite very, very strange, and way back in 1968 or whatever it was. And somebody in a very nice suit and tie and, nice silk suit walked by, and he saw Brahmananda sitting there, and he poked his head inside the cubicle to find out what it was, what was going on. And then he introduced himself. He was in charge of the Oriental literature of Macmillan Company. And Brahmananda blurted out, well, I have a Bhagavad Gita ready to be translated and ready to be printed. He said, yes, I've been looking for Bhagavad Gita in English. He says, yeah, I have one. So you bring me the manuscript right away. Prabhupada said, you go, don't send him this record, you go there and give it to him. You'll see what Krishna has in plan. So that's how Bhagavad Gita came, the first little blue edition of Bhagavad Gita came. Very amazing. Prabhupada could see the future, what was going to happen. Srila Prabhupada ki. So I'm thinking of some pastime. What time do I have to talk? Okay. So we'll go many places. But I was thinking that we went to the river today. We were to see, I've never been to Cincinnati, so we took a little tour and we saw the river. We saw the side is Kentucky. That's known as the Bluegrass State, huh? So anyway, I was thinking that in this area, the banjo in the old days used to be very popular here in this area. So that reminded me of one of Krishna's pastimes. Because on the way to, when you're coming to Vrindavan from Delhi in a taxi, you'll pass a place where there's a sign for, on one side of the highway, on left side is Nari, other side is Samari. Nari, Samari, the two twin cities are there. And what happened was that Srimati Radharani, she was very upset with Krishna. I don't know what he did, but she was very upset with him. And in that place, Nari, she was sitting there with her friends, and they were trying to cheer her up in some way. Because she's angry with Krishna, but secretly in her heart she wants to meet him. So they were trying various ways to cheer up Radharani. Suddenly, a very dark little Kinnari appeared on the scene with her Veena. And they called her over, and they asked her, please sing some nice song to cheer up our Saki. So then the Saki asked, well, what raga do you want me to play? And this pastime is very interesting because it shows how deep knowledge Radha and Krishna have of music. Even I don't know. I don't know all the things they asked. But anyway, the first thing was raga. And Radharani said, well, this time of day, so this is the proper raga. This is the proper raga. And what tal? He says, well, at that part of the day, this part is past, so this is the proper tal. And then he asked other question, and Radharani answered that of that part of the day, this part is past, so this is the proper thing. And it just goes on and on and on. They're very deeply discussing, musical theory. Even I don't know all the things. And finally, he was asking what type of 16th notes, and what about the 32nd notes? They said, all the Sakis said, look, just sing a song for her. No human voice can reach those 32nd notes anyway. So you just sing a song to cheer up our Saki. So then she took her Veena and she began to play. And she had such a sweet voice. All the Sakis, tears were pouring from their eyes, hearing this wonderful sound, tears of ecstasy. Hearing this wonderful sound. And Radharani was just immediately taken out of her depressed state, and she was also crying tears of ecstasy. And everyone was so amazed by the beautiful songs that this Kinnari was singing. Finally, Lalita Saki said, Visakha said, you should offer this Kinnari some gift. She sung so sweetly. So Radharani took the golden locket from her neck and she went to put it on that Kinnari. And Lalita Saki, then she says, wait a minute, who are you? Because when you put a necklace on someone's neck, practically you're embracing them. And Lalita Saki said, wait a minute, who are you about to embrace? And Radharani stood back a little bit and she looked, and underneath her sari you could see this little Kinnari was bent in 3 ways. And Krishna said, just give me the jewel locket of your... By now you figured who this Kinnari is. Anyway, she said, just give me the jewel locket of your anger and call me your own. So then Radharani could no longer maintain her anger against Krishna, and she garlanded Krishna. So just thinking about this, somehow this pastime came in my mind. Sri Sri Radha Krishna ki jai. And nearby, a little bit more down the highway, there's a village called Jait. And this name comes from Jayate. Because when Krishna lifted up the Govardhan hill, all the demigods were singing Jayate, Jayate. So this place became known as Jait. And I used to pass by this place on the highway, because I was right on the highway. And but it was just, filled with plastic and trash and all green, and the water was all greenish, and everybody had encroached upon the pond and everything. And I never felt any desire to go there and see this place. Then I heard that there was some foundation called Braj Foundation, headed up by a dear friend of mine named Vineet Narayan. And also our Ambarish Prabhu, he's on the board of directors. And they've been fixing up many places. So I read that they fixed up this place, but somehow or other I never, and they planted so many trees you could no longer see what was there. They planted so many beautiful trees and everything. But one time, His Holiness Brahmapad Swami came with like 1,500, 1,700 devotees. And it was Kartik time, so I'm always busy with Prikrama, so he wanted me to come and join his Prikrama one time. So somehow we squeezed out, just happened to be the day they were going to go to, because that kund is called Jai Kund. I said, all right, this is a chance to see this place, but with 1,700 devotees, where are they going to fit in this place? Because I just seen it as, what I saw before, So I went there, and there was a beautiful lawn all around the front part of the lakes. Great, big, huge lake. 1,700 people just disappeared in that lawn. They were just a little speck in the corner. They fixed it up so nicely and beautiful. Because there was, I'll get to that later. Anyway, I was shocked at this, and they made nice, beautiful pathway all around with beautiful kadamba trees and all different types of trees and pomegranate trees were there, and they were just blooming. I don't know if you've seen the pomegranate bloom. They're beautiful reddish flowers that sort of hang down like this. So they were, so many pomegranate trees were there in bloom with these beautiful reddish blooms, and kadamba trees were there. And a beautiful dome, just like we go to New Vrindavan, you'll see all the beautiful domes there. That great big huge dome is there. And this place is somehow connected with the Agasura Lila. So they have two models, I don't know why two, but they have two models of Agasura there that the children can climb inside and go down inside the belly. And underneath this dome, because I'd always heard, I never went to see, but they told me there's a stone that goes up and down according with the water of Agasura. Well, they claimed it was Agasura, but I went there. They took that out of the lake and they put it in underneath this beautiful dome, and it's Krishna dancing on top of Kaliya. Because in one of the Puranas it describes that Krishna told when he chastised Kaliya, he sent him to Fiji. Brahmanak Island, Prabhupada is identified as Fiji. And we were just there a couple of years ago, very wonderful place. And they say that the tribals tell that there's a mountain there, near that mountain is a lake, and in that lake there's a serpent with many, many hoods who lives there. But that mountain is considered very sacred to the tribals. And you don't dare go there because they're, I don't know if they're practicing now, but in old days they were man-eaters, cannibals. They tell the story of some fellow who lived to be 92 years old, and he ate like 83 people in his lifetime. And they tell a story of how when the Britishers came there, then they caught one, and they were boiling, and they had never seen shoes in their life, and they couldn't understand why this guy's feet are not becoming soft. So we don't dare go there. But they tell this story that there's some multi-headed serpent who lives in the lake there. So we know that Krishna with his friends, they were going through the forest, and Kamsa sent this demon named Agasur. And all the Kahar boys came there, and Agasura came. He's huge, and he raised up his mouth. His lower jaw was touching the ground, and his upper jaw was in the clouds. And he appeared there on the path, and all the Kahar boys came, and they began to, what is this strange creature here? He looks like a huge mountain cave. And his tongue looks like a highway. And look at his teeth are like mountain peaks. And they thought, well, anyway, Krishna's here, nothing will happen to us. So they decided, so they all crawled in the mouth and went inside. And even it describes in Krishna book and Srimad Bhagavatam, even Krishna himself was amazed how his external energy works in amazing ways. And before he could do anything, all the cowboys went inside, and though they were all complaining that that hot wind that's coming out, and it must be his breathing, and that fishy bad smell must be the stomach, it must be the smell of his stomach. So even despite all that, they all climbed in, and Krishna was amazed. But he kept his mouth open because he was waiting for Krishna to enter. So finally Krishna, he entered into the demon's mouth, and the demon shut his mouth. And Krishna glanced over all his friends and brought them all back to life. And then he began to expand himself within the throat of Aghasura. And Aghasura's eyes were rolling around and around. And finally his mouth opened wide, and his life air broke through the roof of his mouth and broke through the top of his head. And then Krishna came out and remained in the sky, and then all the demigods were watching. Within their vision, that little spirit soul merged into the body of Krishna. So this is where one of the places is this pastime moves. It has many, many places, but this is the one place where Aghasura was opening his mouth very wide. So they have these beautiful things there. And then they also claim that in the Kaliya Lila, when Krishna chastised Kali and sent him back to Brahmanak Island, he told him, whatever you do, don't look back. So the Brijbasis, they claim that he looked back and turned into stone. And that stone, depending on the level of the water, used to go up and down like this. I never saw it, but because now they have it. They have a big, huge, beautiful dome there, and they have this deity of Kaliya there, and they have Krishna. They have a little brass deity of Krishna dancing on his head. Very beautiful place now, and a beautiful Prikrama path. You go all the way around, and nice place. We all took our prasad there, sitting on the grass, because in Kartik time, the weather is very, very, as much as the rest of the year you don't want to be in the sun, then Kartik time, it's very relishable to be in the sun. So we all sat there after we had told all our pastimes and all the things. Of course, after this, then it's described that in Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna book, that the boys, they didn't talk about this Krishna killing Aghasura for 1 full year. And so what happened was, because when he killed Aghasura, then all the demigods were very happy, and they all began chanting their glory. So Lord Brahma heard what is going on, and he came down to the earth to see what was happening. What was all this noise? And he saw Krishna and his cowboys wandering through the forest. And because the next, just before you get to Vrindavan, next village is called Chomuha. So what happened was Lord Brahma, because the cowboys, after this incident, they were very hungry. So they found a nice place to sit down and have a picnic. And Lord Brahma came on his swan airplane, and he looked down, and he saw Madhumangal take a bite of his laddu, and he offered it to Krishna. Oh, just see what nice laddu my Maya made. And Krishna took a bite of Madhumangal's laddu. Then he took a bite of his laddu. He said, just see what nice laddu my Maya Yasoda made. And Madhumangal took that laddu. Your mother Yasoda, very nice laddu maker. And Lord Brahma was there in the clouds. This is Bhagwan, or yes, koi gwal ka bana hui Bhagwan. And this is Bhagwan, or some Bhagwan made by the cowboys. Because you didn't learn that in your Bhakti Vriksha program, huh? That you take a bite and then offer to Krishna. But the cowherd boys, they're all taking bites. Oh, Lala, just see what nice laddu Maya made. So Brahma got bewildered. So then, all the calves were grazing nearby. Brahma, first of all, he stole all the calves. And then the cowherd boy suddenly looked up and he said, oh, the calves are gone. And Krishna said, don't bother, I'll go find them. You just sit here, don't bother yourself. Now just imagine that your Guru Maharaj comes and he asks for a glass of water. Yeah, Maharaj, go get it. But Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, he told the cow, you keep eating, I'll go find out what happened to the calves, It's inconceivable. So he went looking for the calves, and while he was gone, then Brahma stole all the cowherd boys. And there's I met one Pandit in Vrindavan. He told me that in one of the Puranas it describes that Krishna was worried that if Brahma goes away, if he gets back to Brahmaloka, then just like you go to your temple president or your GBC, there's always a big sign, meeting, no, do not disturb. If Brahma gets involved in a meeting, that will go on, because we have a great sage in America named Murphy. And Murphy explains that a meeting is an event where minutes are kept and hours are lost. So if Brahma goes back to Brahmaloka and he gets involved in some problem there, then all the past, we know Brahma's on a different time and Earth is on a different time. Even the theory of relativity was explained in the Bhagavatam 5,000 years ago, millions of years ago, in our Shastras it was explained. So that Pandit told me that in one of the Purana describes that Krishna went there and took the form of Brahma. He went to Brahmaloka and he told all the residents that some Nakali Brahma is coming here, you don't let him come. So Brahma came there and they all drove him away. So he came back within a moment. Moment meant that 1 year had passed. Now, but when Krishna came back and he saw now that not only the calves are gone, now the cowherd boys are gone, he thought, oh, I'll get in big trouble. So he expanded himself as all the cowherd boys and all the calves. Now this was amazing. Well, first of all, this was a special mercy because all the gopis, older gopis, they were so much desiring that Mother Yasoda is so fortunate. She gets to feed Krishna with her own hand. She gets to feed him milk right from her own breast. She's so fortunate. So Krishna became all the cowherd boys. And he did it so expertly that, whatever complexion they had, he imitated that complexion. Someone had, some funny birthmark on his forehead, he copied that. Somebody had some special habit of going like this, Krishna copied that. Everything exactly the same. So much so that even the mothers couldn't recognize that it wasn't their own child. Now this is amazing. I ask you, could you imagine not being able to recognize your own child? If one child cries, there's 100 kids in the playground, one child cries, the mother knows that's my child and she goes running, right? Now, seeing them face to face, they can't tell. Krishna was so expert. But he gave mercy to all the older gopis because they got to have Krishna. The sons were actually Krishna himself. And their love, because we see this funny thing in Braj, we all love children, but we love our own child more than others' child. But in Braj, we see this funny thing. Everybody loves Nanda Lala more than their own child. Now, the same way they used to love Nanda Lala, for 1 year, they began to love their own children that way. And Krishna became all of the calves. Whatever colors they have, whether they were black or white or reddish or brownish or yellowish, or they had spots or tilak on the forehead or stars on the forehead or whatever they were exactly, the same smell, because all the cows, they know everything by smell, huh? When you go to the Goshala, what happens? The cows come, huh? So even the same smell, even the cows couldn't understand this wasn't their calf. Hmm? And the special thing about this Leela is that after a few months, the calves, they don't drink milk from their mothers anymore. They begin to eat grass. So Krishna, all those calves were Krishna. This means Krishna was eating the grass of Braj. Can you imagine? Braj is such a sacred place. There's no other tirth in the universe. You won't find another tirth where Krishna ate the grass of that tirth. Krishna was eating the grass of that tirth. There's no other place. It's like one of the specialties of Braj is that Krishna walked barefoot all over this dust. We call it Braj Raj. It's mixed with the lotus foot dust of Sri Krishna. So many places we'll find it. You know, Lord Ram and Sita, they were in Chitrakoot barefoot. And so many places we'll find Lord was barefoot. But Krishna was eating the grass. And calves, they're generally very, very greedy. So they're pulling that grass up by the roots. Means the dirt is coming. So Braj is such a holy place. Krishna was even eating the dirt of this place. Krishna was eating, we won't find any place in the whole universe where Krishna was eating the dirt of this place. But for 5 or 6 months, Krishna was eating the dirt of this Braj. It's such a sacred place, unparalleled place. So, anyway, this one Pandit, he says, so Brahma came back after one moment of his time, but our time, 1 year had gone by. And just before he arrived back, one time, all the cowherd men were herding the cows on top of Govardhan Hill. And Krishna and Balaram, the cowherd boys and calves, they were coming on the bottom of the hill. And the cows, they looked down and they saw their calves. They began running with their feet backwards and forwards, and then together, and backwards and forward, and then together, and their milk bags were going ka-choong, ka-choong, ka-choong. And the cows were going, and all the cowherd men became upset because if the calves go and drink all the milk, then there won't be any milk. Just like sometimes I saw at Brindakun one time, you know, the calf would get loose and he'd drink the milk of all the milk of the cow, and no milk for Vrindadevi today. So they all became very upset, and they're running down the hill after the calves. And when they got to the bottom of the hill, they saw their sons. And who were their sons? They were none other than Krishna. And they began to take their sons on their laps. They forgot all about the trouble of the calves. They just took their sons on their laps, smelling their heads and caressing them. And Lord Balaram, he saw this. Now wait a minute. I thought all these cowherd boys were great sages and demigods. And he took Krishna behind some trees. He said, Kanaya, what's going on here? I thought all these were demigods or great sages, but they all appear to be you. So Krishna's mystic power is so powerful, even Lord Balaram couldn't understand what had happened until Krishna told him that the whole story was happening. He said, Acha Kanaya, okay. So he saw this whole pastime, and then he asked Kanaya what's going on. So anyway, after, it just happened to be Balaram's appearance day. That's how we know when the Brahma Vimohan Leela took place. Because Mother Yasoda Mother Rohini kept Balaram home for some special function on his birthday. So he wasn't there that day. Both the times they had kept him home. So he wasn't stolen, and neither he was there at the end of the Leela. So when Lord Brahma came back, he passed through that village. When you're on the way to Vrindavan, just after Jait, and the next village is called Chomuha. Cho you can figure out this is a corruption of char, and muha you know is the plural for mu, means mouth, face. So all the villagers, when Lord Brahma came to beg forgiveness from Krishna, because he saw that he saw all the cowherd boys and calves are there, and he said, "No, wait a minute." And he saw that those ones that he kept by his mystic power, they're still there, and these are here. And he was thinking, way or say or way. So there's one village on the same side of the highway as our Krishna Balaram Mandir. That's because one village called Parkam. Parkam comes from Priksha. We know Priksha means examination. So that's where Brahma decided to examine Krishna. Say is where Brahma got bewildered. He said, way or say, way or say. So then on his way, then he suddenly realized that Krishna, all of the cowherd boys turned into Vishnu forms with millions of living entities and millions of sages dancing and singing around all of them. And the whole vision became unbelievably incomprehensible. And Lord Brahma was totally stunned. Then Krishna wound up the whole thing. So then Lord Brahma, he came through that village to beg forgiveness from Krishna. And everybody in the village said, Ye Chobu Amali Kone. Who's this guy with the four faces? So that village became known as Chomuha. It's the last village before you get to Chatikara, where the turnoff is to go to Krishna Balaram Mandir. So that village became known as Chomuha. And then he offered so many beautiful prayers to Krishna. The whole chapter is there. The prayers of Lord Brahma. And our Goswamis have used many of these verses in their books. There's very, very important verses are there. And he spoke, I think, I can't remember now, but maybe it was like 40 verses or something. And Krishna was, well, first of all, let's tell the scene. He found Krishna there. He had a lump of, in Bhagavatam it says yogurt and chipped rice. And phalam it says, fruit. But all the Brishbasis told me that that phalam refers to tenti achar. There's a tree in Braj, not one single leaf, only green twigs and very, very sharp thorns. In Brijvasa we call karil. You see any leaves, that's some creeper that's crawling in it, but there's no leaves on this whatsoever. In fact, when they're in Dwarka, and whenever Rohini starts talking about Braj, because she lived in both, she just saw both, Dwarka Leela and Braj Leela, she saw both. And whenever Rohini starts talking, you know, Kansa's mother, Padmavati, she becomes very upset. Why are you talking about that old sticker forest, that old thorn forest? Why are you talking about... The poor guy, he was a little hungry, he took some butter and they chased him with sticks and pulled his ear and tied him with ropes. Why are you talking about that nasty place, a sticker forest? So this is a Kareel. This is the original tree of Braj. And just before Kartik, sprays and sprays of reddish-orange flowers come. Just like, it looks like a fountain. It was like last night, everybody was shooting off their fountains everywhere, for so many multicolors. So like that, it looks like a reddish-orange fountain. And then after they go, then this little, bigger than a pea comes, a little green dana comes, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you ever take prasad in a Brijbasi's house, and they give you this achara that looks like a little bit bigger than a pea, then you can know, because that achara they call tanti. And the tree is called kareel, and the fruit is called tenti. And the Brijbasi, they say, Kabul Kamewa or Braj Katenti. So, if you ever eat at Brijbasi's house and you get this big pea achar, that's tenti. And they said that's one of their favorites is chipped rice, yogurt, and tenti. So this is what Lord Brahma saw. Krishna was there with his yogurt and chipped rice and this tenti achar on top, and between his blue lotus fingers, this yellow mustard oil was dripping. This is what Lord Brahma saw. And he offered all these beautiful prayers. And Krishna was very grave. So our acharyas have explained, because Lord Indra, in the Indra Giriraj pastime, he only offers 10 prayers. But Lord Brahma offered 40 prayers. And Indra only had to offer 10 prayers. So our acharyas explain that by Indra's offense, Krishna was brought together with all his friends. And by Brahma's offense, he was separated from all his friends. So this was a very grave offense. So Krishna listened to his prayers, and Brother Brahma didn't know whether he was forgiven or not forgiven, because Krishna was very grave, because his offense was more serious. And the same Braj Foundation, they've made it, that place, there's just past Chomua, or before you get to Chomua, there's looks like a great big shopping center was being made, and for 30 years I've watched nothing happen, and I don't know what's going on with it. And then there's a big housing development. But you go that road down beside that housing development, and you go around a little ways, and you come to this beautiful temple of Lord Brahma. It's called Brahma Kund. There's a beautiful kund there, and a beautiful temple of Lord Brahma, one of the very few temples of Lord Brahma. And next to that, Braj Foundation has made a beautiful park all around the lake. Beautiful landscaping and everything. Very beautiful place. So that's just before Chatikara. Or just when you're coming, it's just before Chomua. The next village is Chatikara, which is where when after the Damodar Lila, then Upananda, he called a meeting of all the cowherd men, and they decided that Gokul was not a very safe place, because all these demons came. Now these twin Arjun trees came crashing down. Somehow by the grace of Almighty God, our Lala was saved, but we should actually, our forefathers had a very beautiful place on the other side of the river, Nandeshwar Parvat. We should move back there. So they packed all the women and children up in Nishan vans. No, in bullock carts. Before we used to have bullock carts. And you'll never see a bullock cart wrapped around a tree. But with everything we try to do in this, that's one of Lord Brahma's prayers, that everything, I was always feeling uncomfortable in this material world, and whatever solution I tried to get for that uncomfort became worse than the problem itself. So they put all the ladies on the bullock carts, and then all the men were walking with their bows and arrows all around the bullock carts. And the bullock carts have beautiful embroidered canopies with laces of pearls, around, and all the women and children were sitting on the carts. The cowherd men were walking with their bows and arrows around, and all around them were the cows. And as they walked over the hills, it looked like the waves in the ocean of milk, all these millions of cows walking along with, and Krishna was there, and sitting on the lap of Mother Yasoda, and Balda was sitting on the lap of Mother Rohini, and Krishna was asking his Maya, Are Maya, ye kanki peher jiski dadi hai Maya? What type of tree is this what's got a beard, Maya? And Mother Yasoda, she looked, and she said, Oh, Lala, this is a banyan tree, Bhatvriksha, we say. Bhat or Vargat. Because you see, it has so many roots hanging down, just like a beard. But in Sanskrit, we call it Vargat or Bhat, just like Bamsi Bhat. I was wondering how it became this banyan tree. And I found a big, thick book on Indian trees one time, and it told that what happened was during British times, the Britishers saw that all the merchants put their shops and their pushcarts in the shade of these type of trees. So in ISKCON, we know the mercantile class of persons are called Vaishyas, right? But in India, what do we say? Baniya. Almost like bank, baniya. So They used to call it, this is the bunya tree. So slowly, slowly, slowly became banyan tree. It was a big, thick book, so I don't think it was a joke, but this how. So then they're going along further, and Lala said, oh Maya, huh? What's that tree? What's leaf has got a tail? Ye kanki berries patike punche Maya. What's this tree? What's leaf has got a tail? And Mother Yasoda looked and said, oh Lala, this is peepal tree. Just like in front of Prabhupada's Samadhi, we have huge old peepal tree. And leaf is shaped just like a heart and comes down to a little punch tail. Huh? And as soon as there's a little bit of breeze, they're moving. And as soon as the breeze becomes heavy, this nice sound comes. This is peepal tree. And peepal trees and banyan trees are very special for the environment. Because we learned in botany class that the trees, they give off oxygen in the daytime, right? And at nighttime? Carbon dioxide. But banyan trees and peepal trees give oxygen 24/7. They're very special trees. Even we were just in LA, they somehow managed to grow one. I've watched it over the years. Now it's become quite big. We were there at the beginning of or end of last year, December. We saw big leaves this big on that banyan tree just around the corner from LA Temple. Then he said, oh Maya, what's this tree with the little yellow fruit? What's this tree with the little yellow fruit? And Mother Yasoda looks, oh Lala, this is bear. In Hindi we say bear, in Bengali they say cool, and I think Gujarati we say boar, I think, something like that. In Sanskrit it's called Badri. Because when Naranarayan were performing their penances in the Himalayas, Lakshmiji, she couldn't bear that her husband was out without any protection, so she appeared as a Badri tree in order to protect him from the rain and the heat and everything. So because she was so chaste to her husband, to protect him like that, he became known by her name, Badri Nath. He became known by his wife's name, Badri Nath. Then he said, oh Maya, what's that sound? What's that sound? And Mother Yasoda listened. Let's see if I can do it. Last year we had a problem called Bell's palsy. This became paralyzed, so it doesn't come all the time, but lately, so. In Sanskrit we call kokila, just like there's one forest even they call Kokilavan. And so Mother said, oh Lala, this is kokila. And he has so many beautiful songs. That's the most famous one. Other one is, and then there's another one. I can barely do it. Then there's their most famous one, the beginning of the springtime. Just as soon as the sun starts to get hot, then you hear this. He has so many beautiful songs. In fact, one of Radharani's names, we sometimes sing a very beautiful song, and Radharani is called Kokilaveni, that her voice is just as sweet as the kokila. So Maya says, oh Lala, this is kokila. Then he listened, he heard some sound. Just like you can go to New Vrindavan and you could hear. It was so nice when we were there. And Mother says, oh Lala, this is the peacock. More, this is the peacock. And our acharyas have explained that the peacock is calling K Radha, Ka Krishna. The peacock is calling Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna. The Brajvasis, they say something else. The peacock is calling Megao, Megao, because they're singing in the summertime. Now, if you go, it's summertime in New Vrindavan, so they're all singing like anything. And so they're all begging for the, Meg means cloud, so Megao, Megao. And I have a very dear friend in Gainesville. He finished the construction of Prabhupada's Samadhi in Vrindavan. He's from a special place in America. He says all the peacocks are calling, New York, New York, New York. But Rupa Goswami, he explains, the peacock, he said K, this is in Bengali, K means who. Just like in the 14th chapter of Mandya Leela, when Mahaprabhu was giving Siksha to Sanatana Goswami, Sanatana Goswami says, everyone thinks I'm a big pundit, but I don't know, K ami, who am I? Or why this treetop is bothering me so much. So the question is, K, who? Who is there who can possibly reciprocate with that great ocean of rasa that is Rasa Sri Krishna? And the answer is coming, Ka. It is only she, Sri Radha, with her ocean of Mahabhav, she can reciprocate with that Rasa Sri Krishna. And we know when the Mahabhav and the Rasa join together, that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, Krishna and Balaram were sitting asking all these questions, and they finally came to the bank of the Jamuna. It looked like another celestial river. It looked like another Sangam. A celestial river was coming down, all these beautiful carts with embroidered canopies and laces of pearls, and the cows singing, and they're coming down to the Jamuna. It looked like another celestial river was joining with, making another Sangam. And then they floated the bullock carts across, and they took the calves over their shoulders like this, and all the cows were swimming behind. Moo, moo, moo. And bulls with their big humps sticking out of the water and just making spray with their noses. They all crossed over the Jamuna like this, and then they came just behind Krishna Balaram Mandir, and they came to a beautiful place, and they made all the carts. Shakata means cart, because this Chatikar is a corruption of Shakata. So they put all the bullock carts in a big circle, and they camped there for some time before they moved to Nandagaon. They camped there, and in the morning, all the gopis began milking the cows, and some were turning the milk into butter, and like this, everyone was engaging in their different duties, and so this place became known as Chatikar, where they made a big circle with all the bullock carts. And then finally they moved to Nandagaon. So the last place on the highway before you turn off, very importantly known as Bhaktivedanta Swami Marg, because it's only by following the path chalked out by Srila Prabhupada that we can get to Vrindavan. So the road into Vrindavan is Bhaktivedanta Swami Marg. And just before you get to Krishna Balaram Mandir, there's a beautiful gateway, beautiful dwar, Bhaktivedanta Swami Gate. And when they were going to, when they were widening the road, they were going to knock it down actually. But there's one devotee, I don't think he's in this world anymore. What was his name? He lived in near Alatra somewhere. So since COVID, I forget things so much. Anyway, he's local from UP, so he knows how to talk with everybody. So he managed to convince them that not to knock down the gates to widen the road, so they made the road around like that. What was his name? Very nice devotee. So that's how that village became known as Chatikara. So I can't see, I think it's 7:15 or what? Okay, so we'll put our voice to rest here. If anybody has any questions, we'll try to answer the question.
Any questions? We can take 3 questions.
Hand me one of these books. Oh, okay, all right.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam. Thank you so very much for this Vrindavan. You took us over there while you were telling us, describing, the insight. So we were like imagining, and I was basically over there. Prabhuji, I had a question. Like, if we go to Vrindavan now, what should be our bhav? Like over there, like what should be our, how much, what we can contribute and how much we can take. So.
Anyway,
Thank you.
our bhav should be one of humility and service and inquiry. Verse so many times from Srimad Bhagavatam, Saboma ijati, saeva, what is it? I can't remember the verse right now, but he says those who simply go to the sacred place to take bath, and not to hear from the sadhus who live there, they're saeva gokara, they're no better than cow or ass. So and he sent Jagadananda, when he sent Jagadananda to Braj, he told him, you go there, you stay with Sanatana Goswami, you see all the places with him, and then you come back. So we should go to hear from devotees, because we're very fortunate in Krishna Balaram Mandir. All the time senior devotees are coming, and so many God brothers and God sisters living there, especially if you get to hear Devi Shakti's classes. Oh boy, wonderful classes. So you should stay with the devotees, hear from the devotees, go with the devotees on Prikrama. And just like there was one lady, she's from Toronto. Actually, she's from Mauritius. And how somebody from Mauritius can live in Toronto, I don't know. But anyway, she was living in Toronto. But every time she came to Braj, she'd always bring these little boxes of saffron. And in her favorite temple, she'd always give a little. So we should come with that mood. Not that I'm on vacation. This is vacation, or we're enjoying vacation. We should come with the mood of serving. And so many opportunities to serve are there. Just like I'm on the Google group, so I hear all the announcements every day. I see all the announcements every day. And yesterday they distributed 15,000 cups of Khichdi Prasad to the visiting. 15,000 cups of Khichdi Prasad to the pilgrims. Sometimes, 1,000, sometimes 3,000 books they did without going anywhere, without, Sankirtan buses or anything, just sitting in Vrindavan. And then we have 108 footsteps upstairs in Prabhupada's Samadhi, and devotees come, people come, we give them a mala, and they do one round of Hare Krishna. So yesterday, 1,423 people chanted one round of Hare Krishna mantra in the Samadhi Mandir, and 112 people chanted after Mangalarti. They invite everyone to come and hear a class about japa. So the japa session, 113 people chanted one round of Hare Krishna, and they went to a village called Chatta, which is way before all the villages I talk about. But 80 people in Chatta, Brishbasis in Chatta, we go around all the villages and get them to chant one round of Mahamantra like that. So there's so many programs you can give donation. We're taking care of Krishna Balaram's cows, and if you're going, bring carrot powder. We're still traveling around a lot, so we can't drag it around with us. But if you go, or somebody's going, they're always asking for carrot powder. Everything else, dried fruits, everything we get in Vrindavan itself, but carrot powder we don't get. So if you go to Vrindavan or know someone's going to Vrindavan, then there's the cows. You can give donation for the cows. You can give. The devotee prasad is free every day between. Well, it depends on the time of year. Sometimes 3,000, sometimes 5,000 people getting free full plate of prasad. I remember when I joined, you had to buy a ticket, but now everybody who comes, free prasad. So if you want to help devotee prasadams or the pilgrim prasadam, or we have so many, just come with the desire to serve and do whatever service inspires you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And I have been to Vrindakund. It's very beautiful. Thank you. I never knew that your hands are behind this manifestation, but very beautiful.
I was just in the way. Vrindadevi did everything.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Anybody else?
Everybody fell asleep?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I taken on Mataji's question because one of the favorite things to do when we go to Vrindavan is to go to Radha Kund. I heard you give a nice explanation last year, Kartik Yatra, when talk about the mood when you go to Radha Kund. Can you tell us a little bit? So those of
Just we should be. Well, the first time the devotee, my older godbrothers and goddesses who lived in Vrindavan at that time told me Prabhupada took them on Prikrama. You've seen somehow, those days there weren't mobile phones or even cameras were very rare, but somehow Guru does have one. So you see pictures, Prabhupada being carried in the palki up to Barsana and walking around Nandagam. So Prabhupada took all the devotees to Radhakund and he pointed with his cane, he said, "This is Radhakund." The devotees just jumped into their swimming outfits and jumped in the water. And the only thing Prabhupada did, because the devotees were so ecstatic, they even forgot they were forgot their bodies completely. And Prabhupada was going there, trying to get the girls to go on this side and the boys to go on this side. But later, since Westerners especially are very frivolous, we were doing cannonballs and backflips and 1.5s and so many crazy things. So Prabhupada said, "No, you just go take 3 drops on your head, bus." But, and I did a lot of research, and I see in the Veda base, in 1977, around Govardhan Puja time, there was Prabhupada had expressed a desire to go on Prikrama. Somehow they convinced him that he couldn't go, so they made a plan that, even Krishnadas Babaji came, and he told Prabhupada it's not possible, So then it was decided the devotees would go, and he said, "Yes, Krishnadas Baba will be my representative." And then you can see in the Veda base, it's there, Tamal says, "Yeah, we'll see Manasi Ganga, we'll see Kusum Sarovar, we'll see Govindakund," and then he says, "We'll see Radhakund," and Prabhupada says, "Yes, you all go take bath on my behalf." So that's my version of the final order. There's other ones floating around, but this is a real fine order. That you can take Ritvik Snan in Radhakund, but reverently. I know devotees who are very fanatic. They crawl, because you should put that's why we put on our head first and then we go in the water, but some devotees, they crawl in head first. But you should, very reverently take bath in Radhakund. So anyway, we have our latest book with us today, Braj Leela Part 3, Giriraj, the King of Mountains. And the other 2 books right now they're out of print, but they're available on Amazon. And they have maybe 12 pictures in them. But everybody loves my friend's pictures so much. So we decided to make this a picture book. So there's 284 paintings in this book. 240 pictures in this book of all the places in Govardhan we could find. 32 paintings are there. Oh, here's Kusum Sarovar at night. Government's fixing up all the kunds in places. They put this lighting. This is Kusum Sarovar at night, reflecting, So 284 pictures are there, 32 paintings. We had to get permission from BBT to use them. And we spent many years actually researching. We even went to Braj Bhakti Vilas, which Narayan Bhatta Goswami describes all the mantras and pranam mantras and Achman mantras for all the places, whole of Braj, what to speak of Govardhan. But he mentions places in Govardhan, he gives some mantras, and nobody knows where they are. Even in 500 years, so many places have disappeared. So whatever place is there, now we have a visual record of it. And And you'll be surprised. Everybody does Olympics. They go there and run around Govardhan Hill. Maybe they see Radhakund and Kusum Sarovar. But there's so many places and so many wonderful pastimes we found in Goswami's literatures. So every place, 1/3 of it is actually just, or would say 1/4 anyway, is just Radhakund. There's so many wonderful places just in Radhakund. So it's 530 pages of nectar, 284 color pictures, 32 color paintings, and we're only asking small donation of $25. And we can accept credit cards, and we have QR code, and we have PayPal, and you don't have to have cash. Whatever way you want to donate for it, you can donate. And I'm here tonight to sign a copy if you take one. Hare Krishna.
His Grace Deena Bandhu Prabhu ki jai. So anybody here for the first time? So can you tell how you came to know about this center? And can you introduce yourself, please?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I came to know from one of my friends. Earlier here, when I was in Detroit, I went to ISKCON temple for a couple of times. So here, this is the first time.
Your name?
My name is Panduranga.
Panduranga. Very nice name.
Acha.
Hari Bol. Pandurang Prabhu. Let's say Hari Bol for 3 times Pandurang Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. So we have this program every Saturday. It starts at 5 and goes until 8:30. So please join us, Pandurang. Hare Krishna. Anybody else?
Anybody else here? She is. Please state your name.
Okay, please tell your name and introduce yourself.
My name is Shashwati Mandal. I came from Indianapolis. My husband work Cincinnati, so I came to visit Cincinnati and then came here.
Thank you, Mataji, for coming. Let's say Hari Bol for Mataji Shashwati.
Hari Bol.
So we have our ISKCON congregation in Indianapolis as well. I don't know if you go there. So if you can go there, and your husband is here, right? Whenever you visit here, bring your husband and everybody here. So Saturday. Thank you so much for coming. Anyone else? Mataji, I see you for the first time, or you were?
Been to the older center.
Oh, okay.
We have been to the older center, but we are coming after, I think, a long time, 6 months maybe, because of the kids. So I have seen all of you earlier. I think I know him who's standing behind. So yeah, but we can say Hari Bol 3 times.
Thank you. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Yeah, please keep coming. You know, kids.
Yes.
If they start coming here, they will start liking here. They will start making
Yeah,
friends.
this one is little, she keeps.
Yeah, I know.
So
yeah. We have now small kids classes as well.
Yeah,
So maybe you can just sit with them.
Sure.
So that thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Anyone else? Who's here for the first time? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm coming after 4 weeks. So if I'm asking, then please forgive me. I was in India. Okay. One more announcement. So today, feast has been sponsored by an anonymous donor on occasion of his birthday and his son's birthday. So let's thank them by chanting Hari Bol for sponsoring the feast.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Okay. So anybody wants book? It's a very nice book, as you see. A lot of pictures in it. So you can reach out to Artha Bandhu Prabhu or myself or Vishwanath Prabhu, and then you can make the payment. Okay, I forgot to introduce Artha Bandhu Prabhu. I was coming with him from Pittsburgh in car, and I got little introduction from him. He has been to Michigan. He was connected to Michigan Detroit Temple, and he was working in IT for quite some time. Then he thought of moving back to India, Vrindavan, and he's serving His Grace Deena Bandhu Prabhu for almost 11 years, almost 11 years. And I have seen how good care he takes care of Deena Bandhu Prabhu. He calls him Baba, so he takes like son. So let's chant Hari Bol.
Everyone calls him Baba.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thank you, bro.
and then see Arta Bandhu for...
Or what we can do,
payment.
Prabhu, hold on. Vishwanath Prabhu, what we can do is, we can just give the book whoever wants, and then once we are done with Aarti, then we can, Prabhuji can have here, sit here, and we can sign the book. That should be okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody wants book, please raise your hand. You can take the book, keep it in your hand. Once after Aarti, Prabhuji, one book Prabhuji wants. Yeah. Whoever wants, please raise your hand. Yeah. Okay. After looking at, maybe you can take a look at the after Aarti. So you can still come and take the book and take signature of Prabhuji. Okay, everybody can stand for Gaura Aarti.
Hare Krishna. Ki bajaya jaya Gora chande Arati kosoba Ki bajaya jaya Gora chande Arati kosoba Janavi tatavane Jagamanaloba Janavi tatavane Jagamanaloba Ibadake nenitai chan Mame gadadada Dake nenitai chan Mame gadadada Ibadake Tai chan Mame gadadana Ibadake Tai chan Mame gadadana Nikate advaitasini Vasa chatradana Nikate advaitasini Vasa chatradana Babase ache korachan Ratna simhasane Vibhavase ache
Gauracha Ratna Simhasane
Baba se Ache Gauracha Ratna Simhasane Baba se Ache Gauracha Ratna Simhasane Arate kore na Brahma Adi Devagane
Arati Karena Brahma Adi Devagane
Ibanara Hari Adi Kore Chamara Dolaya
Ibanara Adi Kori Chamara Dolaya
Ibanara Adi Kore Chamara Dolaya
Ibanara Adi Kori Chamara Dolaya
Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosade Gaya
Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosade Gaya
Shiva Shanka Baje Ganta Baje Baje Karatala Shiva Shanka
Baje Ganta Baje Baje Karatala
Shiva Shanka Baje Ganta Baje Baje Karatala
Shiva Shankha Baje Ghanta Baje Baje Karatala
Madhura Mridanga Baje Paramarasala
Madhura Medanga Baje Paramarasala
Shanka Baje Ghanta Baje Madhur 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 Baje 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 Baje Shanka Baje Ghanta Baje Madhur 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 Baje Shanka Baje Ghanta Baje Madhava 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 Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Shiva Bahu Koti Chandrajini Vadana Vujjvala Babahu Koti Chandrajini Vadana Vujjvala He Babahu Koti Chandrajini Vadana Vujjvala Ke Baba Koti Chandrajini Vadana Vujjvala Gala Dese Bana Mala Kore Jalamala Gala Deshe Bana Mala Kore Jalamala Keba Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada Shiva Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada Shiva Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada Shiva Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada Bhakati Vinoda Dekhe Gaurara Sampada Bhakati Vinoda Dekhe Gaurara Sampada Gaurangera Tika Sabha Jaga Janamanaloba Gaurangera Tika Sabha Jaga Janamanaloba Gaurangera Ratika Sabha Jaga Janamanaloba Gaurangera Tika Shobha Jaga Jagamanaloba Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Tai Gauraribol Haribol Haribol Nitai Gaura Haribol Nitai Gaura Haribol 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktarenda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktarenda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Gauraribol, Haribol, Haribol, Nitai Gauraribol, Nitai Gauraribol, Haribol, Haribol, Nitai Gauraribol, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Jai Nitil Vishnu Vishnupad's Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki. ISKCON Samstapakacharya's Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Nitil Vishnu Vishnupad's Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Ananda Guri Vaishnavini Ki. Jai Sri Rup Sanatana Bhatraganath Sri Jeev Gopala Das Raghunath Sadgoswami Prabhu Ki. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopiko Shama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki. Brajabhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki. Sri Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki. Sri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki. Gangamai Jamunamai Ki. Srimati Vrindadevi Tulsi Maharani Ki. Srimati Bhakti Devi Ki. Sri Harinam Sankirtana Ki. Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Book Distribution Ki. ISKCON Cincinnati Ki. Sri Sri Nitai Gaura Chandra Ki. Dai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the Assembled Body. All glories to the Assembled Body. All glories to the Assembled Body. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Glories to you, Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Nada Shringaya Pralada Lada Daine Iranya Kashi Purvaksha Shilatam Ganakalaye Ito Nastringa Parato Nastringa
yato yato yami tato nasima. Bahir nasinga hridaye nasima. Radhasinga marim saranam prapade. Tavakara kamala bare nakam adhuta singam dalita hiranya kashipu tanubringam Keshavajita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare. Tavakara kamala bare nakam adbhuta simam dalita hiranya kashipu tanubringam Keshavajita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare. Tavakara Kamma Jai Nrsimha Dev, Jai Nrsimha Dev, Jai Nrsimha Dev, Jai Nrsimha Dev. Jai Bhakta Prahlad, Jai Prahlad Maharaj, Jai Bhakta Prahlad, Jai Prahlad Maharaj. Bolo Sarva Bhakti Vigamina Sakshina Sringadev Bhagwan Ki Bhakta Prabhu Prahlad Maharaj Ki Srila Prabhupada Ki Go Premanande Hare Krishna.
Quick announcement before we go to Prasadam prayer. We accept grocery donations. So if anybody wants to give any grocery, please reach out to Minu Mataji or one of us. Hare Krishna. And all those who have taken the book, please come forward to take the signature while we are doing Prasadam prayer. Hare Krishna.
Mahaprasade Govinde Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane Vaishnave Swalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwaso Naiva Jayate Sharira Vidya Jai Gadendriya Dahekar दिवे पहले विषया सागरे तारा मध्य जीवाति लोभमय सुदुर्मति ताके देता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ो दयामय करी बारे जीवा जाए स्वप्रसादन दिलो भाई चयनामृत पाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमेड़ा को श्री चैतन्य निताय जनिमा जनिताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री निताय गौरचंद्र भगवान महाप्रसादम की
Okay, everybody can stand in queue from here for the prasadam and take prasadam. We will try to wrap up and close the center by 9. So please have your prasadam. Hare Krishna.